What's up, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani both went yard again. These guys are continually doing things that most humans have never been able to do in this sport. Okay, that's not entirely true. Some have, but they were eating a balanced breakfast, to say the least. This was a crazy play. The Gold Glover, Wyatt Abreu, got to a ball, missed it, but then the future Gold Glover, Ceddanne Rafaela, made the combo teammate catch. By the way, in this same game, Tarek Skubal was begging Alex Bregman, literally begging him to take some pitches. It was a lot of fun. We'll get to that later. The Miami Marlins got 100% of their run support from guys who weren't even in the Marlins system this time last year. Rhys Hoskins, he is setting himself up for a big-time payday. He's been a top 5, 10-ish hitter in baseball over the last month. And Michael Harris, he hit a home run, but it wasn't a home run. The ball is being thrown back in as he's trotting around second base. It's not a home run, but be sure to stay tuned for that and see if he made it safely to third base. We'll talk about all of that and more in today's MLB recap. We do this almost every single day, so grow the game of baseball with me and join the team. Hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to save yourself 20 bucks off all of your tickets using code Fuzzy on SeatGeek. And recap is also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. All you got to do is download Underdog to your phone, use code Fuzzy or the link in the description, choose higher or lower on any of the players that you feel are going to pop off or not, and that's it. It's that easy. Use code Fuzzy and you'll get a bunch of free stuff as well. Before we talk about Judgy hitting his 15th home run or Ohtani blasting off again, we got to talk about the Rockies making history in the worst way possible. Wyatt Langford and the Rangers handed Colorado their 36th loss in their first 43 games. That's the first team ever to lose that many. By the way, Wyatt has 8 home runs. The Rangers ended up with 4 in the first after a Josh Jung bases loaded walk. Evan Carter beat out a double play for a fielder's choice. Michael Toglia did catch a barrel versus Patrick Corbin. I've been waiting for the Michael Toglia breakout, but man, he just keeps striking out. Jake Berger, he strikes out a lot as well, but he's been a whole lot better since he went down to AAA, kind of fixed his approach. That is a 2-run double. Corbin, look at him, he's shredding. Corbin turned into Diamondbacks Patrick Corbin, striking out 9 over 6. Now, Kyle Farmer was the second Rocky to tag him, so it's 9 strikeouts, 3 earned runs after that second home run allowed, but he's got a 3.3 ERA because, of course, he does. Adolis gave us an El Bombi moment. He's got 6. He said he was going to hit 50. He's on pace for 22. The Rangers are 23-21, and again, the Rockies are the first team ever to go 7-36 their first 43 games. Sell the team. But hey, it's baseball. Anything is possible, right? I mean, Minnesota, they made a comeback in game 1 of this doubleheader to win their 9th game in a row. Maybe the Rockies can go on a streak. They can't. They're actually that bad. Anyway, after Mountcastle and Gunnar teamed up for the game's first 3 runs, Ryan on the double, Gunnar on the 2-run tater. By the way, Gunnar has a home run in 3 out of the last 4 games, and he knew it too. That ball was crushed. Brooks Lee, how did he hit this baseball out? He missed the timing on his leg kick. He hesitated for a split second. He still tomahawked a curveball at his eyeballs out for a home run. Brooks Lee now has back-to-back games with a home run. We have another home run. Vasquez, he came up with the idea to use a Spartan helmet celebration, and he's going to be able to wear it now after putting his team up by 1. Buxton, he saves the lead. It's not the greatest Buxton catch I've ever seen. He just kind of made a safe diving grab. He robs O'Hearn. Larnach, he drove in Buxton with a 2-bagger, and Larnach went crazy in game 2. The Twins made it a 6th spot after Larnach scored on the wild pitch as Johan Duran completed his 8th save. The Twins have won 9 games in a row. Now I kind of spoiled it, but yeah, 9 in a row. Can they go 10? 10 just isn't possible, right? There's no way a team as loaded as the Orioles allow that to happen. Oh boy, after Bader singled in Minnesota's first run, Larnach jumped on a fastball. He clubbed out his 7th home run. He's batting .295 with 11 extra base hits and 19 RBIs his last 24 games. Clemens, we're talking about Kody Clemens, his RBI makes it 4-0, but like I said, Baltimore, they're way too loaded. Gunnar had an RBI single, which was followed up by a go-ahead grand slam in the blink of an eye. It's 5-4 Baltimore. Heston, I think he made it back-to-back. Yes, he did. All Baltimore has to do is hold it. They got Yennier Cano. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's just one little home run off the bat of Willie Castro. Dear God, what just happened? Kody Clemens clutched up again with a 3-run home run. The Twins take the lead and the doubleheader to win their 10th game in a row. Would you look at that? We have another team in a doubleheader trying for 10 wins in a row. The Cardinals are on a 9-game win streak. We're in the 7th inning. Jesus Luzardo was nails again, but Jordan Walker got to him. I can't believe this is a real thing, but that was Jordan Walker's 2nd base hit of May, but at least his team's out in front. By the way, Jesus, he went 7 innings. He lowered his ERA to an even 2.00, and He's not going to get the L, though. My friend Bryson Stott singled in the game-tying run, and then the other Vegas boy put Jesus and the Phillies out in front. Bryson had an insane jump. I thought that he could maybe score from first on that blooper. Nah, he couldn't get there. The Cardinals, they want their 10th game in a row, though. They got to rallying with the quickness. 2 ducks on. Arenado has been better. He dropped his PCI. And Orion Kirkering, he froze Wilson. The Phillies are going to take game 1. They ruined the streak, but also St. Louis returned the favor by ruining Kyle Schwarber's streak. I think he made it 43, 44 games in a row on base. That got ruined. I got to tip my cap to Jordan Romano. Ever since Phillies fans were like, get this dude off the squad, he's been locked in. He strikes out the side for his 4th save. Him being locked in is big for the Phillies. This next game was insane. Game 2 of the doubleheader started off 3-0 on some RBI knocks from Castellanos and Kepler. Now it's 5-0 on the JT Realmuto moonshot, 417 feet on that 2-run blast. Now, the only thing to keep in mind, Aaron Nola is on the bump. Lars Nootbaar teed off. He's up to 7 home runs. Donovan and Wilson then made it a 1-run game. Donovan doubled and Winn, and Wilson played a Donnie on the ground out. This is odd year Aaron Nola. He strikes again. He was terrible in 2021, 2023, now 2025. By the way, that was Alec Burelson. He socked the go-ahead 2-run missile. Schwarber, okay, let's start a brand new streak. He's up to 15 home runs. That's the most in MLB. Well, until we show the Yankees game. Masyn, he wants to win. He ties it with his 5th. I think Masyn Winn has a 134 OPS plus, something insane like that. Burleson tacked on 2 more after Winn's solo home run. Herrera, he tried for 3 runs, but he's out at home. That's a huge 4-RBI game for Alec Burelson. That made it 9 earned runs versus Aaron Nola, who now has a 6+ ERA. Sonny Gray gave up a zillion as well. This is earned run number 7. Boom, that's his 2nd home run of the year. From there, Masyn and the Redbirds, they kept pouring salt in the wound. Bunch of RBI outs in between Mason's RBI singles in the 8th and the 9th. Again, he's sporting a 134 OPS plus. Now, this is a really fun name. I feel like I'm Swedish saying this name. Rookie Matt Svanson, like Swanson, but with a V instead of the W. Matt Svanson strikes out the side to end it, and the Cardinals, they come back in game 2. Oh, this is fun. Trent Grisham, he wants center field again. Remember, Trent not too long ago hit one directly to J-Rod, and it deflected off his glove, so Trent wants to go there again. But this time, Julio said, I got the no-fly zone in full effect. I'm taking it back. Julio has 5 outs above average, and he's still top 5% in speed. Those 2 parts of his game never slump. And no, whoa. Now he's slicing base hits the other way for 2-run doubles. He's been scorching baseballs all season. He's just gotten 0 luck. Luis Castillo, he was awesome. He punched out Judge a couple times. He only gave up this 1 run, back-to-back doubles in the 6th. That RBI double from Jason got him in the 20 RBI club on his 9th double of the year. And now we have some chess moves. Seattle, they brought in the lefty Cole Spears, so Boone, he deployed the lefty masher Paul Goldschmidt, and on the first pitch that he sees, Goldie ties it. That set up this heat-seeking, go-ahead, laser beam, super soldier, mammoth, titan, bionicle home run, whatever adjective you would like. Judge wins it with his 15th home run. That was 117 off the bat. He's still just casually batting .412 in the middle of May. Luke Weaver, he tore up his old team. He shredded on them with back-to-back strikeouts. He's feeling himself. 3 in a row. He strikes out the side. That's his 4th save. The Yankees are 25-18. The Mariners are 23-19. By the way, the New York staff had 15 strikeouts. 9 of them came from the starter, Will Warren. He did give up a few runs, so it wasn't a perfect start by any means, but look at these pitches. Look at the movement. He quite literally looks like a carbon copy of Michael King. He could be Michael King 2.0. Anytime we talk about the Yankees, we're going to go find the Mets. We'll talk about the Dodgers game right after, I swear. Not going to lie, I kind of felt bad for Clay Holmes. I don't know why they would not stop this game after airmailing it, because he's trying to tuck his hand in to stay dry because it's pouring. Matt Gorski made it rain even more while it was raining. That's his 2nd big league home run. Clay, he was just trying to get a ball in the strike zone. But to be fair to Matt Gorski, going 410 through the rain, that is as impressive as it gets. Now, the rain did subside, and later in the 5th, G1 Bay, he dropped down a beauty, and the big tree went yard again. Clay Holmes had only allowed 1 home run all year. In this 1 game against the Pirates, he allows 2. 5 Pirates pitchers combined for 9 shutout innings, only 6 strikeouts between all of them, but they also only allowed 6 base hits. This was Juan Soto's first day off, and that resulted in a complete game shutout of his squad. He might never sit again. Ohtani! Okay, that was quick. His 13th home run sails out in a hurry. So far, he has a higher OPS than last year. Andy Pages, he's becoming an actual problem. He had 3 more base hits in this one. He has a .390 batting average his last 20 games. Now, here's the thing. Tyler Soderstrom and the A's made it seem like they were going to score a billion just like in their last game. Soderstrom, he has 10 home runs, and Andy Har, he's still batting .500 with runners. Wait, Shea was at first base. Must be really nice to have a catcher that is as fast as Shea. He scores from first base again. Now, speaking of first, staying with first, we have a first. Hae-Sung Kim, that's his first big league home run. That started a barrage of scoring. Kim actually got pinch hit for. This pinch hitter drove in a run. Rojas, he doubled. Same with Mookie, only his was a 2-run double, so it's now a 3-run lead. Yeah, about that. Max Muncy, he can see baseballs now with those glasses. He drilled a 3-run light tower home run. Yamamoto is going to get his 5th W of the year. He did allow 3 runs, but he did strike out 6 over 6, so technically, it's still a quality start. The Tigers are trying to become baseball's first team to 29 Ws, and they got their big dog on the bump. This game was crazy. We're going to bounce around a bit. After each team scored a run, Alex Bregman, he launched one off of Cy Skubal. He had 2 base hits in 2 at-bats. I think he only saw 2 pitches. In his next at-bat, he finally took a pitch. That's because Tarek told him to take it. That's why they're smiling. Bregman, he then singled on the next pitch. So Alex now has 6 career base hits versus Tarek. All have been within 2 pitches. So when Alec got on again, Tarek said next time take 2 pitches. That was a lot of fun. Riley, what a swing. It's a 2-run home run. Riley's finally in the double-digit home run club. That was his 10th. Skipping to the 7th, the Tigers, they got 1 more. It's 5-2. But Boston, they scored 3 in a hurry. Tarek struck out 11, but he was also tagged for a rare 5 spot. Rafaela, Duran, and Devers, they all had RBI singles off of lefties. That's crazy. Liam Hendricks, he's in now. And Carey, he might be out. That ball is far. But Willier, the Gold Glover, he blocks it, and Sadon, the future Gold Glover, was there to make the combination catch. After that, Andy Ibanez, he took over, he got on, he stole second base pretty easy, he made it to third on the errant throw, and ball game. Justin Henry Malloy, he walks it off, and would you look at that, the Tigers are in fact the first team to 29 Ws. Former Red Sox time, after Luis Arraez got on base and Manny singled him over to third base, Xander, he did what he did a bunch of times for the Boston Red Sox. Bogey went boom, that is a 3-run first inning. He has 15 RBIs his last 14 games. That basically ended this game. Taylor Ward, he did give the Halos fans one thing to cheer for. Like, he got it past Jackson Merrill. Cool. He's the first Halo to 10 home runs. Randy Vasquez, he came on over in the Juan Soto trade, if you don't remember. He's down to a 3.4 ERA after striking out 5 across 6 pretty good innings. He only allowed 4 base hits. Brandon Lockridge, he cashed in a few ducks on a pond. His 2-run base hit sends the Angels to a dreadful 17-25 record. The Padres are 27-15. We kind of had a similar story in this Marlins and Cubs game. One guy essentially won it for his squad. Kyle Stowers is up to 9 home runs. The Marlins have some dudes who can hit baseballs very, very far. Like this guy, rookie Agustin Ramirez, has been a little bit quiet as of late. He woke up with a loud swing. He also doubled later in the game, so he has 14 extra base hits his first 20 big league games. Stowers, he hit the strut, so he thinks that it's gone. It is gone. His 3rd multi-home run game of the season. He has 10 home runs. Kyle Stowers is top 1% in barrel rates. He also takes his walks as well. Seiya, he kind of pulled a Taylor Ward. He hit one off of Ryan Weathers, but that was really the only highlight for Cubs fans. Ryan Weathers was tossing seeds in his season debut. He struck out 5 over 5. He's got a nasty, nasty changeup. He's got a sweeper. He can also break out 98 plus miles an hour on the fastball. Jesus Tanoco, he did not implode for once. He collects his 4th save of the year. Are the Cubs frauds? A lot of people are saying that they're frauds. They're 4-6 their last 10. Me personally, my fuzzy little opinion, I do not think that they're frauds. It's just kind of a little rough patch lately. Ryan Pepio of the Rays had the exact same start as the other Ryan. And not gonna lie, Ryan Pepio kind of looks like the righty version of Ryan Weathers. He went 5 innings with 5 strikeouts, just absolutely cooking. But here's the thing. Pepio can go 6+ because he's not working back from an injury. He's not on a pitch limit. And the 6 did him in. Alejandro Kirk jumped on a fastball. That is a no-doubt go-ahead 3-run blast. I want to show this for Rays fans because he did lose. But hey, at least Cameron Meisner robbed Kirk of even more. And again, that was kind of it as Jimmy Garcia tossed a 1-2-3 clean, easy 9th inning for his 3rd save. The Jays are back to 500. The Rays are 4 games under 500. We've already seen the Dodgers and Padres both when we have 2 more NL West teams coming up and they're facing off. I know I've already said this before, but we have another game that was crazy. Cattell, I love his no-doubt swing. His no-doubter animation is so much fun. He just stares at baseballs. The Snakes got right back to it in the 2nd as Geraldo Perdomo had an RBI single, and Alec Thomas made it 2 of those, so the second RBI single of that inning. The bases are juiced for Corbin. Jordan Hicks better buy his first baseman, David Villar. No, wait. Yeah, Villar, it's not VR, a big Christmas gift or something like that, because he saved Jordan Hicks from a Corbin Carroll base-clearing triple. I think everyone would have scored. Now the Giants, they got a few across, but Gino, he cranked one out to steal them all back. He and Marte both slammed out some pitches. They both secure a 3 RBI game, so it's 8-2 Diamondbacks. But here's where things got crazy. Elliot Ramos hit a rocket 2-run double. That ball was at his kneecaps, and he just got his hands all the way through the zone. Jung-Hoo Lee, the Hooligans are about to go nuts for a second straight game. Back-to-back games with the long ball. He has 6 home runs and 29 RBIs. Now we're in the 9th. Bases are loaded for San Francisco. Lamont is facing a righty, and they got scared. They walked him. It's an 8-7 ball game. The rookie, Christian Koss, has been red hot. He has 6 base hits in this series already. Can he go to no man's land? Nope. Alec Thomas, he's way too fast. He tracks it down. That's a scary third save for Shelby Miller. The Diamondbacks are 23-21. San Francisco 25-19. Kyle Manzo, he's been striking out a whole lot less lately, and now he's up to 10 home runs. Don't get me wrong, I do miss Josh Naylor's regular season production. He's been good for Arizona, but thankfully Manzo is making it sting a whole lot less. The Guardians, they grabbed the lead on a Nolan Jones single when Sal Frelick used this quick hands to square up 97. Shout out to Nolan Jones. He's 6'5". He tried to use all of his height to at least make the attempt. That was kind of fun. Reese, he snuck one past a leaping Daniel Schneemann at third to get the lead, and Jake Bauers drove in another. From there, it was all Milwaukee as Hoskins' third base hit was a long one. They went to replay because they called it a double. He's like, no, that went over the yellow part, and it did. We have to wait to show off his stats because he had 4 hits. Jose, oh my God. Like, just pencil in Jose Ramirez for a 30-30 season every single year. That ball's over the 20-foot wall in dead center. He's hitting .295 with 8 home runs, 12 stolen bases because, of course, he is. He's J-Ram, and he's Reese. Don't forget that Reese used to be a monster. He puts up a 4-hit, 5 RBI game. He's now batting .350 with a 1.033 OPS his last 26 games. He just turned 32 years old, so it's not like he's 38, 39. He's a free agent after the season. He is securing himself a ton of money. The Brewers are desperately trying to get back to 500. They are 21-23. Luis Robert Jr. now has 17 stolen bases. He's on pace to just miss 70. Andrew Vaughn is very grateful. Luis, he can walk home on the double. He scores. Luis is now doing the driving in. He scores Chase Meidroth, and then he got a little pickle to make sure that Chase scored. Sosa, no, not Sammy. Lenine Sosa, he pimped it. That was on the 8th pitch of the at-bat. That's got to be really annoying if you're a pitcher. Michael A. Taylor, he says goodbye. He and Spencer Steer, I'll spoil it, they both hit solo shots late in this game. The Reds tried their best to rally as Ellie and Austin Hayes had back-to-back doubles in the 8th, but the White Sox rookie Mike Vassell, he's been really good this year. He holds it down for the save. He's got a 1.8 ERA in 25 innings. Starting pitcher Davis Martin gets the W. He was kind of a bad man. Just a home run to Spencer Steer. He had 5 strikeouts over almost 7 innings. He's only walked 1 hitter his last 3 starts combined. He and Shane Smith, the guy that they got in the Rule 5 draft pick, they've been dealing this year. That's been a nice little duo. The Reds have lost 3 games in a row and 8 of their last 10. Here we go. Michael Harris II thought that he had a home run, but this was not a home run, people. It hit off the top, the very tippy top of the wall, and they were trying to get the ball in. They were like, please throw it in. Harris, he's trotting. He's got to hurry. He makes it to third safely, and yes, that was confirmed to be a triple. Stuart Fairchild, he's going to get the RBI whether it's caught or not. It does drop, though. It's an RBI double just ahead of the diving Dylan Cruz. Catcher Riley Adams just tossed it into left field. Marcelo Zuna, I don't really know his stats, so it's 4-1 Braves after this 2-run 2-bagger. I haven't really been paying attention, but I do know that he has like a 150 OPS plus since 2022. Here comes the Nationals. They do not want to lose 8 in a row. Dylan Cruz and Jose Tena, they drove in 2 in the 7th. Tena's was a double, by the way. Remember that one play earlier where it was going to be an RBI regardless? Well, the same thing happened, just right ahead of the diving Michael Harris. CJ scores on the base hit, so it's 4-4. Washington, they put the speedy Nazim Nunez in motion. The hit and run worked to perfection. Nazim was pinch running for Ahmed Rosario. James Wood seals it with the go-ahead double. He has 22 extra base hits, 25 RBIs, and a 907 OPS. Kyle Finnegan, he ends it with this 13 save, so he ends the 7-game losing streak, and it's kind of crazy that he has that many saves, despite the fact that he has not been out there for a save chance in almost 2 weeks. The Nationals are 18-26. The Braves are back under 500. They're 21-22. Another Astros rookie making his debut. I feel like the Astros throw out a rookie every other week just to eat innings. They kind of need it, though, because they've been peppered by injuries and regression. Colton Gordon, his first strikeout is a called sinker to Jonathan India. You can't do this, though, in the big leagues. Michael Garcia, he is seeing beach balls this year. His eyes lit up on that meatball. He's hitting .295 with 5 home runs. Jonathan India, he's been really good lately as well. His double makes it 2-0. scratch that. It's 2-1. Izak pulled another home run. All 78 career home runs have been pulled to left field. He's up to 6 home runs and almost 390 on base this year. Michael, that is a double from the gods. He scores. Vinny Pasquantino, and it deflected far enough for 2 bases. He's up to a 362 on base. Lorenzen, he's trying to get through 6, but Pena showed those quick hands again. He can reach the mid-90s inside with the best of them, and now we are tied. Later in the 8th inning, Mauricio Dubon, he blooped in for a double. Zach DeZenzo comes around to score. Why are people throwing Jeremy Pena fastballs inside? Am I missing something? The Royals are pitching like me and MLB The Show, where you're just, regardless of what's happening, the situation, you're just going to spam sinkers and fastballs inside. They're eventually going to get to it. That go-ahead RBI seals it as Josh Hader, he converted his 10th save. Yes, Bobby did get on and steal his 15th bag, but Vinny, he flies out. He strands Bobby out there. The Astros are 22-20. The Royals are 25-20. You guys just witnessed a record 17 games, a 17-game recap. I am going to go take a nap. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you for always supporting. Use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek, Underdog Fantasy, all that good stuff. Enjoy the web jams.
Ooh, good swing. Into right field. That's a dive for Baddoo. Driving stop by Angel Martinez. Swing and a line drive left center. Marshall on the run into the gap, slides into the cap.
Stays and the 2-2 pitch. O'Neal to left field towards the corner and catching on the